possibly the go-ahead run. Here's the play, they're going to lob it to home, and it gets down, and he's out at home. He comes to third, play it third, and sight. This is hit hard. This is going to left field. This one is back, and it's out of here.
Welcome here to the Adelaide Shores Baseball Complex. Game 2 tonight here of round 1 of Super League Baseball here between the Wasps and the Clippers. My name is Fraser Fife. Joining me, Rob Ushy on the call, and we had an absolutely fantastic game. First game up, Carp versus the Crushers. Some good offense on show from those two teams, but I think this is where the offense is going to come in. Rob, what do you reckon?
I agree. Yeah, we did see our first home run in the Super League. Todd McDonald went deep to right field to get on to kind of crack that open, but I think this is the game which we may see some deep fly balls. Both teams have lots of power. There's a lot of former minor league indie ball Adelaide Bite players involved in both of these teams, so we'll definitely see some offense, I think, going in this game.
Yeah, Wasps the home team, Crushers away, and speaking of offense, these two teams very much loaded throughout this ballpark course, with the wind playing a bit of a factor here. Usually I think that probably won't be a factor here in these games. A lot of aggressive play, of course, with the shorter play clock to work with, less innings, the time limit as well. They usually say, you know, there's no time limit in baseball. Well, we actually do have a time limit here in this series, so it just means that pitch is so important as we go throughout the rest of this competition and, you know, heading towards the rest of the season.
Yeah, one of the differences from Super League to other SABL and other baseball played around is the pitchers are relegated to 40 pitches or 6 outs. So see some different stuff. We're going to see some teammates against teammates, and probably be a little bit fun. These guys are going to have some fun doing it as the year progresses with each other.
Now looking at these two lineups, we'll get them started here with the Clippers. On your screen, Dylan Brammer, he will be leading it off, and on the hill for the Wasps is Tom Fitzgerald, as you can see, getting some warm-ups in before we start, but he has got a tough task ahead of him. Dylan Brammer will be leading off. Then behind him, Dylan Ridding, you've got Terrell Joyce, Jordan McCardle, Evan LeBlanc, Luke Rackerbrandt, Sam McGarry, Dalton Probert, Griffin Weber, and then Tim Day rounding it out on the hill. So a very tough assignment to get started off here, but when you've got a 1-2-3 of Brammer, Ridding and Joyce, I think that is going to scream a bit of fear in just about every single pitcher's mind. Yeah,
you got a tall order right off the bat. Dylan Brammer, back-to-back Caps medal winner in the SABL. He is a two-way player, a very good pitcher. He pitched for the New Jersey Jackals this past summer/winter back home in North America, but he can also swing the bat too. He's hit .341 last year in 132 at bats, so he puts the ball in play, does lots of damage on the field. And then Terrell Joyce in the 3-hole. In this past year in Czech Republic, he hit 29 home runs. To go with another 10 back here in SABL last year, the man is a beast. The man can crush baseballs. So Fitzgerald definitely has his work cut out as the rookie, the big tall rookie's going to take them out.
As he gets a bit of a words of encouragement from Steph Welsh at third base, but a hard battle to start it off with, as we are just about ready to go here for game 2. As Brammer steps in, as you mentioned, back-to-back Caps medalist leading off here, and he'll probably be pretty aggressive. First pitch he is going to lay off, cold strike for Fitzgerald, so off to a good start here in this at-bat. 0-1 count.
Yeah, we'll see what Fitzgerald, the rookie, has. He threw this past weekend in the opening SABL Sunday.
Oh, an aggressive swing there, maybe just clipping Brammer a little bit on the way through, so quickly down in an 0-2 hole, and we'll see what Fitzgerald has for an out pitch here. As you mentioned, 6 outs or 40 pitches is the limit for each and every pitcher here, so they've got to make every single one of them count, and so far 0-2 count. And Fitzgerald with that 0-2 going to pitch outside, and Brammer is going to lay off, makes it that 1-2 count.
Yeah, he went with the 0-2 pitch that pitchers never want to give up a hit 0-2. So he went way outside. He probably wanted a little bit more, but it was showcased. Now he's going to come inside.
And a hard hit ball towards the power alley, towards left. Ranging underneath it is the left fielder and Jackson Brebner-Russ. But he's not going to be able to get it. So it just means Brammer getting on to start this ball game. And opportunities like that are just going to be important. Those balls that drop, those outs you're not going to get, going to be very, very important to be able to really capitalize on each and every opportunity. As we get another look here on the replay, just not looking it into the glove.
Yeah, a little bit of inexperience in left field probably for Brebner-Russ. In the SABL and in Europe, he plays a lot more third base and pitching, and a little bit behind the plate. But with the Super League, you've got some very good ball players at positions, and unseating the veteran Steph Walsh at third would be a tough task.
And now Fitzgerald going to have to work from the stretch immediately. Big swing and a miss. As Dylan Ridding right now currently working with a strike on the count now.
Dylan Redding hit .407 last year in 108 at-bats in the SABL, 10 doubles, 23 walks, so he gets on base a lot, hits the ball hard.
And there's another swing and a miss, and while I've got this small break in play, we'll set up the Wasps defensively, left to right, Brebner-Russ in left, Travis in centre, and in right field, Dennis Christensen. Third to first, you've got Welsh, light body, Maple, and then also Austin Gallagher. Behind the plate is Tom McGarry, and of course on the hill is Fitzgerald.
It'll be the first big task for Fitzgerald, the rookie right now, against Terrell Joyce, a veteran minor league ball player. Was with the Houston Astros for 3-4 years before coming over to Australia and playing in Europe and dominating Europe. Just a week ago, he got in, I believe, on Sunday or yesterday morning or something, just after winning the championship in Czech with the Ostrava Arrows. So congratulations to them.
So Joyce 1-0 count at the moment. Brammer still at first.
Look for Brammer to run on this pitch here.
Well, he looks ready. He's not going to quite go yet. Pitch going to be a little bit high from Fitzgerald. Make it a 2-0 count as we're heading towards the middle of this lineup. 3, 4, and 5. McArdle on deck. And Joyce currently in the driver's seat at the moment here in the top of the first. Another one that's just going to miss, so he's worked himself into quite a good count here. Fitzgerald under a little bit of pressure here early on.
Yeah, it's a place where the rookie obviously is a little timid throwing the ball into the veteran slugger. He's trying to nibble a little bit more than he probably should be right now.
And got to be aggressive here. And does get one over for a strike, an important pitch right there. Just been working that fastball effectively. The off-speed's just been missing a little bit.
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to come in again. Joyce is probably taking that one all the way. If he comes in again now, this one could be trouble.
Brammer going to be off on the pitch, gets a good jump, and doesn't matter anyways. The fourth ball will be issued. First walk surrendered, and Joyce will be at first, Brammer at second, and now Jordan McArdle stepping into the batter's box. We know he can do some damage here in the middle of this lineup, and got a good opportunity here early on.
Yeah, Jordan McArdle he was one of the marquee players originally for the Clippers. He was replaced by Alex A.C. Carter, but Carter is still off in France playing for the Montpellier, so McArdle's back in before he goes off with the under-23s. So congratulations to Jordan for being selected part of that upcoming tournament in the 19th, and good luck to Australia.
Yeah, it should be a very good tournament. A lot of young talent coming through as well, so plenty to look out for if you're a baseball fan, but now all the focus is right on this battle right now. There's another pitch. Looked to be pretty close, but not quite getting the call from the home plate umpire. 2-0 count.
Yeah, it's the tough part. When you're all over the strike zone, the ones that are borderline, that are close, you have to earn. And when you're not throwing strikes, it's hard to get them. But you've got to stick to the fastball right now and hope for a ground ball double play here.
And does get one over for a strike finally. First strike of the at-bat against McArdle.
Yeah, it looked like he was taking the whole way. Wait until he got himself a strike.
You want to let the pitcher work themselves into trouble. But McArdle, a patient hitter. Currently working with an even count. Another look over towards Brammer, who gets back in time. Not a whole lot of wind to deal with tonight either. It's definitely cold, as you can probably attest to, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, I was here doing the earlier game when it was sunny and bright out here, but it was actually a little windier. It looks like the wind died down a little bit more, which makes it a little more ideal playing conditions for the players out on the field.
And a big swing on there from McArdle. He just couldn't make contact.
Yeah, it's the pitch that Jordy was looking to drive out of here, that high fastball. He just couldn't quite catch up to that. Fitzgerald throws a high 80s fastball. He's been clocked a little bit higher down at West Beach here when it's a little warmer, but he is only on a couple days rest after pitching this past Sunday as well.
So 1-2 count on McArdle. Ball's going to get away. No one's going to quite move yet.
Yeah, it looked like Brammer was desperately wanting to go to third, but he probably couldn't quite see where the ball was either. So everybody was a little dumbfounded of where the ball went.
And McGarry doing a good job behind the plate so far. Just making sure that Fitzgerald keeps calm here early on in this ball game. Not that you've really got the chance to ease into this game. So we'll see what he can do here, but 2-2 count, 1 out, runners on first and second. And there is the pitch, and that one's just going to be fouled back. Stay alive for at least one more pitch.
It looked like he tried to climb the ladder again, like he got him on the second strike. Just didn't get it quite up high enough that McArdle was able to piece off and foul it back.
And we reset here. McArdle's ready to go. Brammer, he's got the hot feet at second. We'll see if he's going to go for something here. At least trying to fank him out. Fitzgerald from the stretch, swing and a miss.
There's that big fastball that Fitzgerald has. You look at his inning so far today. I mean, the fly ball left. Then a strikeout, a walk, a strikeout. Very few balls put in play, but definitely got the big power arm.
Yeah, doing a good job so far, as Evan LeBlanc will be the one stepping in here with 2 out. Still a run threat here for the Clippers, as runners on first and second in Brammer and Redding, and Joyce, sorry. I'm going to be aggressive here on the first pitch. That one just fouled back.
Yeah, he fouled that straight back. He was right on that. This matchup right here is going to be one of the big things of the Super League all the season. You got teammates against each other, both members of the Kensington Cardinals here. So probably haven't faced each other a ton in games, but they know each other very well. And it's going to be one of the things we see from all the clubs.
There will be definitive bragging rights. Another swing, and Fitzgerald is showing a bit more velocity on that fastball as well. Just unable to catch up right now, and currently in an 0-2 hole. Fitzgerald potentially 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Can he find that put away pitch here, 0-2? I'm just going to put that one down low.
That's a good 0-2 pitch. Buried that slider down in the dirt. Wasn't going to be able to hit it. If anything, he just kind of tops it, grounds the ball, fouls it off, just a piece. So that's a good 0-2 pitch, because you don't want to get beat 0-2. Now we expect him probably to go up with a high fastball here again.
One tries to go inside. Looked pretty good, but just couldn't quite find the zone. And so far, some good patience here by this team. And really at the moment, 2-2-2, 2 on. What can they do? Clippers with a good opportunity. Brammer's going to be off towards third. And looks like a balk has been called.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a pause there. I guess it wasn't enough for the umpire. He felt that he didn't stop, didn't slow his hands down. But at the same time, pitcher's got to kind of erase that. He's got a 2-2 count here, 3-2 count, and go right at the pitcher, or right at hitter. He got 2 outs, 2 strikes on the guy.
And you get another look there at the black chrome replay. So now runners at second and third. Just helps LeBlanc out that little bit more. Fitzgerald with a little bit more pressure on him. Still can put one away. Ground ball towards third. Welsh going to grab it. Takes a couple of pumps. Throw towards first, and that will be in time. And the Wasps get out of a dangerous situation. The runs go begging for the Clippers here in the top of the first. As we get another look at the black chrome replay. Some good defense by Steph Welsh. What he is known for. Just able to really slow things down and get Fitzgerald through that inning after some early trouble.
Yeah, no, you definitely, if you want a ground ball in the infield, you want to hit to Steph Welch. Veteran player, solid defense. You know he's going to make the play, he ain't going to panic, and he's going to get it over there. Be interesting to see what the Wasps do in this coming forward. Fitzgerald threw a lot of pitches that inning. He does technically have 3 more outs left, but his pitch is going to be low. You do only have a maximum of 40 pitches here in the Super League, or 6 outs. So their bullpen could be taxed a little longer early, but we'll have to see how it goes.
It just creates a little bit more strategy to work with, and it just makes things really interesting as we go throughout this game. And on the hill, Tim Day for the Clippers, as we'll also use this opportunity to go through the Wasps lineup. Leading off will be Taylor Travis. At second will be Mitch Lightbody, Steph Welsh in the 3-hole. Austin Gallagher will be at 4, Tyrone Hambley at 5, Jackson Brebner-Russ at 6, Dennis Christensen at 7, Tom McGarry at 8, and Sean Maple will round out the lineup. So again, well-rounded for this team as well. I mean, we've spoken a bit about the offense, but 2 very well-rounded teams. I mean, as we continue on in this Super League season, of course, the patterns will start to emerge for these teams and weaknesses will become apparent, but this is really a chance to get yourself off on the right foot here to start the season early. Yeah, you want to get ahead early. You want to start the season off right. By looking at the rosters and how the teams play, I would say these are probably some of the early favorites, but the way the Denmark Crushers played that first game of tonight, they definitely look like they're one to watch as well. But it's going to be hard to compete with the power of both of these teams once we get into some warm weather. Well, Day will be leading it off here against Taylor Travis, who's stepping into the box. Yeah, he's an American imported at West Torrens. He's from Springfield, Oregon. He played at the University of Oregon with the Ducks in Div 1. His last 2 seasons, he was a 238, 240 hitter and 200 at bats. He's more built for speed, stolen bases, doubles than he is for pure power. But in the outfield, watch for, if guys try to run on him, watch for his arm. He's got an absolute cannon from the outfield. Currently 0-1 count. Day just going to take his time here. Weber behind the dish. Looks like Day's just going to take his time here. And again, defensively for this team, very solid. And after we get through the first out, we'll give you a rundown of the Crushers. Big curveball there from Day. You may see that early on as these teams are just starting to get to know each other. I mean, you've got Tim Day from Glenelg and then Griff Weber from West Torrens, guys that don't usually pitch to each other. So getting on the same page early on is going to might be a little bit of a struggle. And that one fouled back, so right now doing a good job here to start it out. Yeah. Day not necessarily known for the overpowering stuff, but he's definitely got good command. He's got some good off-speed stuff to work with as well. So watch him to be a little bit crafty here to start it off, and so far working with a decent count. Yeah, usually they talk about crafty left-handers, but he's a crafty righty. He's got a big curveball, breaks a ton. But in the SABL last year, he was 6-2 with a 3.41 for Glenelg. He does have the potency to give up home runs and doubles of his hits, but it is less than a hit an inning. So when he does give them up, they're usually a little bit bigger, but he kind of maintains that, and he, 6-2 winning record is nothing to definitely be worried about. He's a very good pitcher. And Travis, 1-2, swing and a miss, and Day will get the first strikeout. There's that fastball. When you throw lots of changeups and curveballs, the fastball that might be a little bit slower than what most guys are used to looks a little more. And so instead of low 80s, it looks like mid-upper 80s because he throws lots of curveballs and lots of changeups. It gets on you a little faster. So it's definitely a very good job of pitcher-catcher getting on the same page early when they had a little trouble in the first couple pitches. Now, got a righty-righty matchup as Day will get the first strike over Mitch Lightbody playing shortstop here in this game. Currently going to be down early, and Day going to work it, a hard hit ball towards left, ranging back. It's going to be the left fielder for the first out. It's some solid plays for both these teams, and luckily enough for Terrell Joyce, doesn't have the same luck as Jackson Brebner-Russ and takes it for the first out. Yeah, it looked like he even had a little problem tracking that one down a little bit in the light. So maybe it's the lights are a little tough. He kind of caught it off to the side down in the palm of his glove. But
you know, veteran outfielder, knows how to play it, and got the job done.
Yeah, so 2 out. Steph Welsh now stepping in. Bases clear though. Day just going to lose that one. Weber couldn't quite hold on to it with a 1-0 count.
Oh, with the Milwaukee Brewers still in the playoff hunt of the in the National League, just a bit outside. Bob Uecker's famous line.
Yeah, we used that one quite a bit over the course of last season. We'll probably see it many, many more times as Weber will come out and have a bit of a chat here. As we know with Steph Welsh, again, a very disciplined hitter. Going to be important here to really use these opportunities and make sure that, of course, when you're facing someone like Steph Welsh, you want to make sure you're facing him with the bases clear, but you still don't want to be giving up any sort of mistake.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very veteran hitter. I mean, he's lots of years with Adelaide, but this is a player who has 780-plus games of minor league baseball between the New York Mets, Pittsburgh Pirates, and Boston Red Sox. So over 2,000 at-bats and a 260 career hitter in the minors. So you don't want to make a mistake early on and have you down on the board 1-0 to start. So definitely going to go at him here a little bit, but carefully.
Well, he tries to be careful, but Welsh gets a lot of this one. The wind's just going to make it die down a little bit out there and right, and that will be the final out. Looked pretty good off the bat, but didn't quite have enough travel, as Reading will take it for the 3rd out. With that, we are heading to the top of the 2nd. Still scoreless here, and you are watching Super League Baseball.
Got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Welcome back here to the ballpark. Top of the 2nd here between the Clippers and the Wasps. And some early trouble for the man on your screen in Tom Fitzgerald, but he tight-roped his way out of it as he now has the opportunity to have a little bit of a cleaner 2nd inning as he will be facing the middle of this lineup in Luke Rackebrand, Sam McGarry, and Dalton Probert. See what he can do here.
Yeah, one of the nice things as a pitcher for the Super League, you know you only get 6 outs, so he knows he has to get through this inning, and then his job is done for the day. So he's probably going to let it go a little bit. Hopefully he won't get a little overbearing and leave everything up, because that's where he's going to fall in trouble. But if he can get out of it like he called tight roping out, which is what he did against the heart of the order of the Clippers that first time.
Well, Luke Rackebrand, designated hitter for tonight's game. First pitch going to be in for a strike. Nice fastball there against a very dangerous hitter. See what Rackebrand can do. Lefty-righty matchup. Was working with the bases clear, but he definitely has some pop, and we've seen it at this ballpark a few times as well.
Yeah, 2 years ago, again, when West Torrens and Port Adelaide played in the grand final here, Luke Rackebrand hit some monster bombs to right field in that tournament.
Currently working with an even count. Fitzgerald just going to miss this one. It's going to go over the bleachers in left, as it will now be a 2-strike count.
Yeah, a little bit of information about the Super League for those who may not know. The way the rosters were contrived this year was the very famous and smart general managers and coaches were selected of the teams, and they selected 4 marquee players each team. So those were some of the high-end veteran marquee talent of the SABL, the ABL, bite players, and then we went and there was a rookie taken, and a lot of those rookies are guys that are in their first year of Division 1, SABL, or they're going to still be getting a chance there. And then there was a 17-round draft at the Highway.
It was a good draft to keep an eye on, as you saw a lot of young talent here in this state get selected and get a good opportunity to get some game time as well. Of course, a couple of the development players for the Bite last year taking starring roles on these Super League teams as well. So plenty of bright futures here on this hill, as currently 3-2 count. Rackebrand As the base is clear. Can do some damage though. Full count. And that is going to be strike 3. Third strikeout for Fitzgerald as Rackebrant goes down looking.
Yeah, he got caught looking on the inside fastball. Looks like it tailed in a little bit. He thought it was too far inside, but definitely great job by Fitzgerald. He's got to conserve some pitches here. He's over 30 and the maximum, the 6 outs, but you do only have 40 pitches as well. So if he can only get 2 outs this inning in his 40 pitches, then unfortunately they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Well, Sam McGarry, first pitch is going to miss, a 1-0 count. As really, considering that first inning, has come back and really rebounded. A flare down that left side, just missing it. As we'll go to a quick 0-2 count, and as we know, with the pitchers having that limit, but there is still pressure on the hitters here to be aggressive, as they've only got 2 hours or 7 innings to be able to force a result. There are ties as well. And there is a hard hit ball over the first baseman down the right side. Christensen going to be gathering this one in the corner, and McGarry going to hold up at first. So a hit for the Clippers as they keep this inning alive. 1-0 count, and Dalton Probert coming in with a runner on first, 1 out. Should be interesting what he can do here, as now Fitzgerald going to have to work from the stretch again.
Yeah, this is going to be another exciting aspect of the Super League this year. You got some of the young players mixed in, getting starting jobs and getting lots of playing time against some of the veterans of the SABL, their teammates, but they're also playing against them. I mean, Dalton Probert last year was one of his first years in the Div 1, and he had a decent year. He had 255 in 110 at bats, very solid defensively, 28 hits, 5 doubles, so he's a big singles hitter, but this is one of the ones that is good for the development of the young players in Adelaide.
Well, that's all they need right now, just to keep this train rolling. The pitch is going to be down low, works to a 2-0 count now, so showing some good discipline. Of course, you've got the Wasps. They want that double play to end the inning. Just setting up as Steph Welsh just off to the left of your screen, getting a bit of a good chat in with a couple of coaches, a couple of Clippers players as well.
Fitzgerald pounding the bottom of the zone. He's missing low. He's trying to induce that ground ball to get the double play to get out of the inning. But he's got to attack these hitters. He got the 8-9 hitters, Probert and Weber, both young. He's got to attack both of them. McGarry's not much of a threat to run at first base.
And there you go, just getting one over important here in this at-bat. And as you can probably tell, Probert was just going to let that one go through and see if Fitzgerald could work himself into trouble, but still in the driver's seat here with a 3-1 count. Said McGarry, not really a threat to steal. And a hard hit ball, it's going to be over Welsh's head. It's going to be called fair as well. Running towards the corner, Brebner Ross is going to be picking this one up. McGarry is going to take the extra base. Same thing with Probert, so he will end up at second. And the chain does keep on moving as the Clippers with another opportunity here to get some runs on the board early, as we get another look at the black chroma replay. Solid swing there, just kept it inside the line and then used his wheels to get that extra base.
Yeah, it's a very good at-bat by the young Dalton Probert. Let the pitcher work himself in trouble, got ahead in the count. A 3-1 pitch, he knew it was going to be a fastball, looking for something he could handle. Did his job, he drove it over the third baseman's head, got a double, and got the pitcher out of the game.
Yep, and there goes Fitzgerald. So has done a good job here for the Wasps to start it, but he will not be able to close out this inning, as we do have a pitching substitution. One of many that we will see throughout this game.
Yeah, that's right. We will see many, and it's and that's just how the league's set up. The league's set up to have lots of pitchers go through. As a batter, you're probably not going to see the same pitcher twice, and that's just because the pitchers do only have to get 6 outs or 40 pitches. And unfortunately, that's what Fitzgerald got to today. He got to his 40 pitches. Just too many balls tonight. But he's a very good young arm, and you know, next Wednesday he'll probably get another shot out here, and he could come out and throw 2 innings in about 20 pitches. So Watkins on the hill for the Wasps. Yeah, Matt Watkins out of Goodwood, defending champions, Goodwood, and he had a great playoff series last year. Regular season, he got thrust into playing a little bit of outfield, but he is mainly a pitcher. In his opportunities last year, he was 3-1 with a 2.62, 13 strikeouts, 10 walks. And was definitely somebody that the Indians of Goodwood counted on in the playoffs to lead them to their championship.
Well, it's always good to have those guys that you can rely on, and he's definitely one of them. So we'll see if the Wasps can rely on him at least one more time. As currently working with runners on second and third, 1 out. Difficult situation for any pitcher to come into, but he's coming out against Griffin Webber. Talented, but young. Not a whole lot of experience in comparison to some of the other guys on this field as well. So we'll see what he can do, who will come out the victor in this at-bat, whether the Clippers can get ahead here in the top of the second.
Yeah, you said that correctly. I mean, Weber had limited experience last year in Div 1. He did hit .421, very impressive, but in only 19 at-bats. So he's 8 for 19. This is going to be his first real shot at some of the best pitching in the SABL.
Well, Watkins' first pitch, and Weber's not going to wait around. He was going for a big swing and a miss on that one. Quickly in a 0-1 count. You got McGarry at third, not a huge lead. Probert at second. Watkins taking a quick look over. And then from the stretch once again, another pitch that is just going to miss. Evens up the count 1-1.
High change up there. He probably wanted that a little bit down. If Weber was looking for something a little bit higher, you don't want to hang that change up again. So you want to get that down so he can get himself a ground ball probably to Steph Welch and hold the runner at third.
And that infield playing in as well. Weber just going to miss yet again. Quickly works it to the currently 1-2 count. You think about the infield for the Wasps in Gallagher, Maple, Lightbody and Welsh. Some defensive talent there, but they're going to have their work cut out for them here if they want to stop the Clippers from scoring. And popped up in the infield. Lightbody going to take charge of this one and gets it, and a crucial out for the Wasps. Exactly what they needed, as now the lineup's going to turn over. Makes it a much more difficult task now as the lineup turns back over to Dylan Brammer, but still 1 out away from getting out of this inning unscathed yet again.
Correct. Yeah, I mean that's a big out. You needed to get the number 9 hitter there to try to hold them here. You can get a deep fly ball, let your outfielders catch it. It doesn't hurt you. You needed the out there. I mean, Dylan Brammer, we talked about him earlier, being a back-to-back Couch Medal winner. He can straight hit. The ball he hit in the first inning was well hit to left field, and it was just tracked down.
Well, Brammer reached on base with a hit out to left, which Brebner Russ couldn't quite hold on to. So he has been on base, but yet to get a hit here in this Super League season.
Let's see if Watkins sticks with the curveball again here. It's missing up with that changeup, and that's not exactly what you want. The pitch you want to miss up with. If you're going to miss up, you want to miss with a fastball. Changeups get hit and go a long way if they get it in the zone.
Okay, and so that one may have just intentional walk. Dylan Brammer now at first. They've got the force out at any base. As now Dylan Ridding could be the early hero here for the Clippers.
Yeah, it's kind of a pick your poison. I mean, Brammer is a good hitter. Ridding hit over 400 last year in the SABL in 108 at bats. So
I think the key to really look at, with Ridding striking out in his last at bat, you got to go for recent results.
Yeah, you had the veteran in Brammer and then a rookie in Ridding. You had to go with and you had the open base. Fell behind in the count. You're going after a new hitter here.
So 0-1 and quick 0-2. Nicely blocked out the back by McGarry.
Yeah, they've been sticking with that off speed. The first time through, Fitzgerald got him swinging on a hard slider that he kind of looked fairly ugly on. See if he makes the adjustment and can come up with a big 0-2 hit here.
Well, Watkins got a couple of pitches to work with here. Can he find that put away here in the top of the second? We're about to find out. Ooh, and there's that breaking pitch, and luckily McGarry again able to keep it in front of him, but that had a lot of drop to it late. And luckily for Ridding, had a good eye and was able to lay off.
Yeah, it's a good 0-2 pitch in the dirt. As a catcher, you got to block that. He's calling for it in the dirt, and you know, with a man on third, you know you're going to block it. Now you're going to probably go at him, try to get him out on this pitch here.
1-2, and that one's going to be outside again. Reading not chasing, doing a good job so far. Was for the Clippers, bases loaded. McGarry at third, Probert at second, Brammer with that intentional base on balls at first.
Yeah, that was a showcase fastball. We're going to go back to the curveball here on 2-2.
Well, even County gets the strikeout, a crucial strikeout for the Wasps, as yet again the Clippers, they go begging, get runners on, can't drive them home, but a crucial little appearance there from Matt Watkins, tight roping his way out of trouble. That seems to be the story for him right now, pitching wise. Can they capitalize offensively? We'll find out as we head to the bottom of the second, but still, the Clippers, they've got some offense in their lineup, just have not been able to capitalize with that final hit.
Yeah, no, they're going to have to start capitalizing. They've had runners on base both innings, and they got 2 zeros up there. It's one of the things that if you can't cash in your runners, that's when later in the game you start panicking, and that's what leads to losses. So right now the Wasps have been, like you say, tight roping their way through. They've been putting up the zeros. The pitchers have been doing their job. But they gotta, if they can put some offense and score some runs here, that'll put a little more pressure on the Clippers, knowing they haven't scored in their opportunities.
Well, Day still on the mound for the Clippers. Leading off for the Wasps will be Austin Gallagher, the first baseman. Behind him, Tyrone Hambley and Jackson Brebner-Russ.
Yeah.
Heading through the middle of this lineup, 4, 5, 6. It should be interesting.
Yeah, Austin Gallagher, former third-round pick of the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2007. He's been in here with Kensington Cardinals for a couple of years in the SABL. He's put up some big power numbers. Last year he hit 19 home runs in Germany this past year, or in SABL. He had another 12 in Germany.
Just a casual 19.
Just a casual 19 here, and then another 6 during the regular season and 6 in playoffs. To show the power he had, though, he also had 11 intentional walks in 6 games in Germany. Just afraid to pitch to him over there, apparently.
Well, luckily Day coming into a situation where he's not having to face him with runners on base, but as you said, very dangerous hitter, and Day's able to get the first pitch over for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, Tim Day's usually more of a softer pitcher, so I wonder if he's looking to go backwards and throw some fastballs here, trying to beat him, thinking he's looking for something off speed.
Yeah, well, he's showing 2 straight fastballs, gets one, misses the other, evens it up 1-1. We'll see what he's willing to do here. Again, first time through the lineup is pretty much all you have to worry about here with these pitch counts, and a big swing there by Austin Gallagher. If he made contact with that, you can see that one later.
I think he was aiming for that highlighted Wasp billboard out in right field with that one there.
We'll see if anyone does hit that over the course of the season. And currently 1-2 count on Gallagher. Day gonna work inside. That one just getting away from Weber, but no harm, no foul.
It was a good pitch just under his hands there. Had a lot of movement on it. Trying to get him in, probably roll over or pop something up. But Gallagher stayed off it and was looking for something different here.
Well, he's got another opportunity to put him away here in the bottom of the second. Just fouls that one off, and showing a good job here to stay alive with 2 strikes.
There's a hanging curveball that Gallagher, I think, just missed. He fouled that one straight back at us here. Good thing the netting was up there, but I don't think Day's going to want to throw that one again. That one could be trouble if he if he repeats that.
And you can see Gallagher, Cardinals helmet on, repping the home team. 2-2, and that one's going to be close, but no call from the home plate umpire, just missing outside. So full count here for Gallagher to start this bottom of the second. We'll see what he can do with the payoff pitch. Day looking to set him down. And from the windup, he delivers, and we're just going to stay alive for at least one more pitch. Gallagher just fouling it off, and at the moment, Day just trying to find that put-away pitch. I don't think he would necessarily be upset with walking someone of Gallagher's caliber, but definitely want to put him away here.
Yeah, that was a good changeup on the outside corner. It probably would have been a strike if Gallagher left it, but it also wasn't a pitch he wanted to hit.
Another payoff, another one fouled back, so Day doing a good job here to just test him a little bit, but Gallagher just able to make contact in the last couple to stay alive, working that pitch count up.
Yeah, see if they try to come inside again. They looked like they were trying to get in on his hands that last one, but Day left it over the plate and it got fouled straight back. Let's see if they try to repeat that and maybe get inside this time.
Another payoff pitch, another one fouled back. 3 pretty much identical pitches, and Gallagher just can't quite get it on top of it.
This is a great at-bat. This is 9 pitch at-bat so far. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat, and keeps fouling them off, and Day's doing a good job of moving it around, in, out, up, down, keeping them off balance. This is the type of bat you like as a pitcher, regardless of the result, because you've done a good job against a real good hitter.
I mean, think about that, 10 pitches, that's a quarter of the pitches you're allowed. Is Gallagher going to pop another one up? This potentially playable as Brammer is going to range underneath this one in foul territory for the first out. He looks like Day wins the battle.
Yeah, that was a good sequence from Day there. He kept him off balance the whole time, kept, like I said, going in and out, and then he got him on the outside on a nice little change up there again, and got him to pop up in foul territory to Brammer at third.
And out Tyrone Hambley.
Man they call Bones, veteran coach / player of the West Torrens Golden Eagles.
Oh, he's a designated hitter, and he shows that their hits are a hard hit ball towards left. It is going to be playable, as Joyce will take it for the second out. He was not going to be sticking around in this at bat. He was not going to do what Austin Gallagher did. Yeah,
hit the first pitch there. He knew that Day was going to have to come right at him after a big long at bat, and like he said, I mean, 10 pitches, that's 25% of your total pitches, and this is already the second inning. He wants to put in 2 full innings and turn it over. He wants to do his job, so he attacked, and Bones knew that.
And Jackson Brebner-Russ, left fielder, now stepping in. And Day, as you've mentioned, doing a good job varying his location and speeds at the moment. Brebner-Russ, he took a big swing on that one. Couldn't quite make any contact on that, as Day with the good pitch inside, just locking him up.
Yeah, local fans may know Brebner-Russ more out of the bullpen of the Adelaide Bite, but he can swing the bat. He had 292 last year with 4 home runs and 96 at-bats and 6 doubles, and that was just here in Adelaide. In the offseason, he was over in Czech, played for the Kolarka, let me see if I can get this right here, Kolarka Praha, which again, he hit 291, 2 home runs, 10 doubles, so he can swing the bat as well as pitch too.
Well, a liner towards right, going to be taken by Ridding for the final out. So the Wasps can't quite get anything going as we head to the top of the third. Still scoreless in this battle. Who will get out on top first? We'll have to just wait and find out. You're watching Super League Baseball.
Their specialised knowledge, ability to deliver and professionalism are keys to our successful relationship. A friendly and experienced team.
She got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Adelaide Bite memberships are on sale now. If you're looking for a summer of fun, the Adelaide Bite is the place for you. Grab your adult full season memberships from $175, flexible plans from $50, and kids season tickets for only $20. All memberships come with a member pack which includes a baseball gift. For more information, visit adelaidebite.com.au.
Matty Watkins in here for a second inning of work. He got 2/3 last inning, and he's got the heart of the order coming up. 3 marquee players for the Clippers here: Terrell Joyce, Jordy McCardle, and Evan LeBlanc. 3 power hitters, and he's going to have to get the ball working to get through this unscathed.
Yeah, Terrell Joyce worked a walk in his last at bat. wasn't really challenged. Nice breaking pitch there, but just able to lay off it. Again, when you're going to be missing with that change-up, which we've seen so far from Watkins. I mean, if you're missing with the curveball down there, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, it's a good place to miss down, because you really can't get any damage done down there. If a guy hits it, even if he hits it hard, it's probably going to be a ground ball. Even if it gets through for it's a single. You're not going to get anything put over the fence.
The only guy doing damage with that is Vlad Guerrero.
Yeah, that man could hit a ball anywhere.
Another breaking pitch and just going to be foul tipped.
That's a big curveball from Matty Watkins for strike
called
three.
Strikeout.
Yeah, he had a lot of movement on that. He set it up perfectly with fastballs and changeups before, and he probably had Terrell sitting on something a little different because he was a little late on that, and great job by him to. It's what he's known for. He's throwing curveballs and throwing off speed and getting out.
Jordan McArdle stepping in 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Base is clear for him. Watkins doing a good job for the Wasps so far and keeping this one relatively level. That one popped up towards the on-deck circle, ranging back. McGarry couldn't quite get it, does lose his footing, but looks to be okay.
Yeah, it looked like he was camped under that, and then the on-deck circle, literally the on-deck circle, the carpeting that's just off to the side the guy stand on, looks like it tripped him up. Caught his cleat in there and did a little face plant into the meshing. Good thing he's okay and no damage done there.
And special thanks to the black chrome replay for that look there. But as you said, looks to be okay, getting ready to go. And McArdle stepping in for another pitch. 0-1 count. Another breaking pitch, using a little bit more throughout this second inning, or second appearance in this game, I should say.
Yeah, he's trying to stay away from the power of those 3, 4, 5 hitters that he wanted. There's a fastball inside that McCordle just watches go by. It's not what he was looking for. Jordy seems to have a lot more power outside. He likes to drive the ball to left center, left field, center field. You can get him a little bit inside, but he is quick.
There's another breaking pitch. McArdle not being tempted by that outside breaking ball, and so far working himself into a decent count here. Have to see what Watkins can do. Getting a nice setup from McGarry.
Just a little bit low. But again, a good place to miss. He's trying to get McArdle to swing at that. See what he comes with 3-2 here. Probably looking more changeup again. He's not going to want to throw something overly hard.
As long as he doesn't miss up high. A payoff pitch, and there is ball 4. McArdle works the walk, his first of the game, as the Clippers do get a base runner on here in the top of the third. So important as we're in the middle of this lineup, as Evan LeBlanc, center fielder, does have a chance to get something going. 5-3, a grand out in his last at bat. He was the final out in the Clippers scoring opportunity in the top of the first.
One of the marquee players of the Clippers looking to do some damage here. Had a hot weekend, the first weekend in the SABL. He had a double and 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. So definitely helped his team on the weekend. He's looking to help his team here tonight.
Well, got a good opportunity here. Of course, Wasps set up in the double play infield formation. See what they can do. Maple at second, Light Body at short. Well, Steph Welsh playing a little bit in here, but still he can hit. He can catch just about everything hit to him. Check swing, and he did go through. So LeBlanc currently working now with a 1-2 count.
Yeah, good curveball set up by that fastball inside. One of the few he's thrown this inning. Kind of fooling hitters just under the hands. Let's see if he comes back with this pitch here.
So again, that quick look over towards McArdle. Then he puts all the focus on the hitter. It's over second base into right center. McArdle's going to take the extra base as Christensen is going to try and gun this one. Welsh, fortunately enough, can grab this one in all that chaos. LeBlanc will take second. And now, again, the Clippers with a very good opportunity to get runs on the board. As we get another look here at McArdle taking that extra base.
Yeah, probably an ill-conceived throw by the right fielder there. He should have just allowed the first to third. He didn't have much of a chance to throw him out anyway. Would have left the double play set up for his team. Instead, he didn't hit his cutoff, overthrew everybody to third, and LeBlanc heads up baseball, got to second base.
And it puts the Clippers in a good run-scoring opportunity for Luke Rackebrant. Struck out looking in his last at bat. And we'll have to see what the Wasps decide to do. They didn't want to do that. Ultimately, that will be a run for the Clippers, as McArdle will end up scoring. LeBlanc ends up at third, and really, Rackebrant didn't have to do anything on that one.
No, he just had to stand there and watch it. It wasn't a competitive pitch. Just slipped out, and could be a little bit cold tonight. Could needed to grip the ball a little bit harder. You can maybe blow on your hand, get a little moisture going in there, so you get a better grip on that. But you got to attack now and hold it to the one.
So 1-0 for the Clippers.
Yeah, this is the point where a pitcher, I mean, you feel bad enough that you just cost your team's working hard for you and you just cost them a run, but you got to toughen up and bear down, and you know Matt Watkins will.
Oh, and a hard hit ball by Rackebrant. That one ranging back to the fence, potentially playable. Is going to be taken by Christensen. LeBlanc's going to tag up at third and score the second run for the Clippers, as they will now take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third, but that was almost much more, as he just missed this one.
Yeah, I think that could be some of the cold air here at West Beach on a Wednesday night. That ball was absolutely crushed when it first came off the bat, and then once it went up in the air, it just hung there and allowed Christensen a chance to get under there, make the easy catch, and he didn't have any chance to throw out the runner from home third.
So now, Sam McGarry. See what he can do here. Watkins with a little bit less pressure on him now, but of course the Wasps now facing a 2-0 deficit. Currently almost 50 minutes through this game. Of course, time limit, 7 innings or 2 hours. Watkins gets the sign from Tom McGarry. Another breaking pitch, does get that in for a strike. Nice pitch there, just to get something over.
Yeah, beautiful curveball. Started it up in the zone, big break, just under the hands. McGarry wasn't going to be able to do anything with that. He had to take it, and it was a great pitch for Watkins for a strike.
Another swing and a miss as McGarry goes down, and that will end the inning, but not before the Clippers put 2 runs across, as Matty Watkins couldn't quite keep his luck going in that inning, and now it'll be up to the Wasps to respond. But still plenty of baseball to play here. The question will be, considering Day looks like he is out of the game, so we do have a pitching change for the Clippers.
Yeah, it looks like they've replaced Glenelg pitcher Tim Day with Glenelg pitcher Connor Hill.
So we'll see if a pitching change may change the Wasps' fortune here, as they'll be facing Dennis Christensen. He will be leading it off. Tom McGarry will be in the on-deck circle to start, and Sean Maple, the 7-8-9 job for the Wasps, considering they are still hitless the first time through the lineup. We'll see if the bottom of the order can change that.
Yeah, normally in a baseball game, you get a chance to see a pitcher a couple times. So your first time through, you want to have good at bats. You want to see them, and then you figure your second time through, you'll get on them, and you'll get a little more at them. But in the Super League, with pitchers only having 40 pitches or 6 outs, you're going to see a new pitcher every time you go up there generally. So you can't waste at bats. You got to take them all, and it's a little bit of an advantage to the pitchers. But at the same time, as a pitcher, you have to be on. You can't afford that inning to find your release point, to find your zone, which sometimes a starter needs as well.
I mean, ultimately, they talk about baseball being a game of adjustments, but not a whole lot of opportunity to make adjustments unless you're talking about, completely different arm slot, different wind-up to work with as well. So it is difficult for these hitters, but there is a lot of pressure on these pitchers as well. They can sort of come in with a relief mindset, and they can throw their 40 pitches, and as you said, know they're going to be done. That's it for them. And for these hitters, they've got to make the adjustments, and ultimately, what they have to do now, especially for the Wasps heading to the third inning, bottom of the third, they've just got to get some hits going.
Yeah, they got to start tying some together. It'll be interesting to see as the year goes on in the Super League, which is every Wednesday until December. Championship game on the grand final on the 19th, and then the semifinal on the 12th. But as we go, to see if on Wednesday who the pitchers are going to be. Is it going to be mainly the relief players who are going to thrive in short time spans, or is it going to be the starters?
Well, as we get used to the format as well, is there going to be any sort of shift, at least, you know, for a game that we were touting as being going to be a bit offensively minded? Now, you know, really the Clippers have only just managed to get some runs across the board. Can the Wasps do the same? We'll just have to wait and see. This currently Christensen taking a strike.
Yeah, I took a borderline pitch on the outside corner, but I think the strike zone's been consistent. He's called that all night so far, so it has to make the adjustment here.
Makes an adjustment, doesn't quite go in the direction he wants it though. Currently working now with a 1-2 count. As you mentioned, Christensen, McGarry and Maple due up to round out this Wasps lineup. And here is that 1-2 pitch, hard fastball, going to be fouled back. Just keeping himself alive. Good swing there with the pitch inside.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get under his hands with the fastball. Just it bled over a little bit, didn't quite get it where he wanted, but it's got a little bit of velocity on it, and Christensen couldn't quite catch up.
Reaching out for that one, but just able to make contact to keep himself alive yet again. So at least doing a good job here with this at bat. It was so good, the scoreboard says 3 strikes, but he keeps himself alive, 1-2.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the things that's a little harder. Ooh, strikeout Christensen. That's one of the tough things to do. He only struck out 12 times in 95 at bats last year, so getting him to strike out there, that's a pretty big feat for the young kid on the mound.
And for Connor Hill, gets off to a good start, as now he's going to have to face another veteran in Tom McGarry.
Yeah, Tom McGarry last year at 279 and 43 at bats. It was a little bit abbreviated as he was away at school at Cameron University, the Aggies in Oklahoma.
Well, hard hit ball towards center. Ranging back is LeBlanc. He's going to get this one in the glove. Luckily had enough room to work with, and McGarry just deciding that he was not going to wait around and work up that pitch count. He was going to be aggressive, and just doesn't quite work out in their favor.
Yeah, he drove that ball deep. Pitch probably got over the middle a little more than what Hill wanted, but hit it to the right part of the ballpark and let his center fielder go get it for him.
Well, Sean Maple stepping in, number 9 hitter here for the Wasps. Bases clear, 2 out.
Hill attacking the zone, pounding with the fastball right at the knees. Good 0-0 pitch, get ahead, take control of the at-bat.
0-1, going to be aggressive yet again, showing a good fastball velocity, and for Maple, just couldn't resist swinging through. So now going to have to try and work it back in his favor, keep himself alive. Ooh, and that had some snap to it.
Yeah, looked like he tried to overthrow there a little bit. He had him 0-2, didn't want to waste a pitch, he'd just go right at him, and tried to go with the high fastball, just got hooked it a little bit too much.
Well, got another opportunity here and does get it. Final strike, and that will retire the Wasps. So we go pretty quickly through the 3rd inning. Clippers still holding a 2-0 lead as we'll be heading to the top of the 4th. As we're almost at the hour mark of this ball game. We're going to go to break. You are watching the Super League between the Clippers and the Wasps.
Got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Fraser Fife here with Robert Ushy. Super League Baseball Game 2 of the night between the Clippers and the Wasps. Clippers holding a 2-0 lead, and they are looking to add just a few more onto that total, make it a little bit more comfortable. But on the hill, doing an absolutely fantastic job. We'll have to see what they can do. They've done it pretty well defensively against the Wasps lineup. They've been able to neutralise them pretty well. They've had a couple of opportunities that have gone begging offensively, but they still are holding the advantage here. The question really is going to be, can the Wasps hold this lineup in check for at least another inning, get themselves back to another opportunity?
Yeah, we were kind of promoting this game to start as the offensive game of the night and something that we were looking forward to. Numbers in each inning, but it's, you got one team throwing a no-hitter and the other one's got 2 on 3 hits. I mean, it's been pitchers and defense and no action going on yet.
A whole lot of nothing right now, except for those 2 runs on the board, which the Clippers are very, very happy about.
What's your name?
Yeah, we got Matty Watkins on. He's into his 3rd inning, but since it's a Super League and they've got their own rules, he is only allowed 6 outs. There's a big foul ball by Dalton Probert. That this will be his last out when he records it, and then they will have to make a change and go to the bullpen.
So Probert did get a double down the left field line last time. And some really good back control through the zone. Shows it yet again here. Slicing ball towards right center, ranging underneath it will be Christensen. Almost a collision there.
nearly a miscommunication in the outfield, and you know, we may see some of that in the outfield in these in these Super League games, because you got players who don't usually play together. And it looks like here comes Wasp manager Adrian Chenoweth out to make his pitching change, because he did get his 6 outs from Matty Watkins.
Well, Watkins came in a troublesome situation, and unfortunately, while he has given up the lead, done a fantastic job for the Wasps pitching-wise, but they just need those bats to start warming up. So we'll have to see whose job it is to continue to keep this lineup in check. Also, as we continue with Wojtek and the pitch count, of course, as we mentioned, 40 pitches or 6 outs. So another pitching change thanks to them for being a sponsor during the Super League broadcast. As we will find out who is on the hill for the Wasps.
Yeah, a little bit early on. This is the first night, and some of our rosters are a little different than the ones that we were given. It looks like a couple of the numbers changed. We had it happen in the first game tonight too, so we'll figure out who the lefty is here on the mound for the Wasps, and we'll let you know once we do.
Oh, it's always the fun of baseball. But anyway, we'll figure that out and we'll let you know. Of course, we'll leave that up to the scorers. They have the hard job of figuring this stuff out. We just get to relay it to our viewing audience.
Hey, he's a big lefty. Looks a little bit cross body action. Slings his leg around and has a little bit of whip in that left arm.
Well, getting some warm-up pitches in, of course. Going to be facing Griffin Weber, Dylan Brammer and Dylan Ridding, 9-1-2, barring any substitutions. So Griffin Weber stepping in. See what he has been able to do so far. The pop fly to short, which I wouldn't say neutralised the Clippers' chance. Not that it's necessarily hurt him with that 2-0 lead, but would like to hit something a little bit further out. And tries on that first pitch, swinging through for a strike, 0-1.
He was aggressive again in the first at-bat, just like he was when Matty Watkins came in to face him. He was aggressive on the first pitch and missed it. But, you know, he has success as a hitter, so see if he can start the Clippers off here this inning.
Well, another one popped up, but not going to be playable. Is going to range over the shark tank and over that first base dugout. 0-2 count. As it is Andrew Chesterton who is pitching for the Wasps. Especially thanks to the scorers, as a hard hit ball lined out towards right. Sliding stop is going to be taken by Christensen. Wow.
That's a nice play by an infielder playing the outfield. He doesn't have a lot of time in the outfield, but he did a great job tracking that ball down and helped his team out.
Let's have another look thanks to black chrome on the replay.
Yeah, so we have Andrew Chesterton on the mound. Lefty. He's actually from the Victoria region. He was with the Melbourne Aces a couple of years ago as a little bit. Pitched with the Doncaster Dragons in the past year when he's back at home. He's relocated, I guess, to Adelaide to see if chances with the bite is a hopeful, and with one of the local clubs here.
Well, lineup turning back over. Dylan Brammer currently is doing okay for himself. Probably not the game by his standards. Reached on an error and then got the intentional base on ball. So hasn't really had a whole lot of opportunity to drive runs in for this team, but has been good at setting himself up, getting himself into scoring position.
Yeah, you know he wants to do something right here. Big double to get his team going. He's an intense player, competitor, and wants to always win. So he wants to definitely set the table up and get that 2-run lead extended if he can.
Yeah, so currently 2 outs in the inning with a 1-0 count. And Chesterton grounder towards there. Welsh going to take a look at it, but it is going to drift foul for at least one more pitch for Dylan Brammer.
That's a good pitch by Chesterton. A little sliding curveball that bears in on it as you get another look there at Christensen's great play in right field from the previous at-bat.
And special thanks to Spacequake Sports for putting that together and also sponsoring this broadcast.
I mean, hopefully we'll get to see a few more of those diving plays and get some highlight reel catches going out here.
Yeah, we'll have to have quite a highlight bank by the end of this Super League season. At least right now in the first night. Had some good games so far, with Clippers currently holding this early advantage. At 2-2-2. A big swing there by Dylan Brammer, but just couldn't quite find the radar as that one drifting foul to the left, so he'll maintain his at-bat for at least one more pitch.
Yeah, Chesterton tried to get into his kitchen, as they say, with a fastball, and just didn't quite get in there. Brammer turned on that, and he was lucky that it was a foul ball that was hit deep way into left territory there.
Well, 2-2 goes front door. Brammer looks like he swung through. It looks like it hit him as well, so as you can see, doing some aerobics down the first baseline. He will have to make the long trek back to the batter's box, but yeah, it definitely sounded like it hit something.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a little trouble earlier in the first game with our camera setup. The wind literally was blowing everything over, so it kind of got relocated to the behind us scene here, so we couldn't quite see where he fouled that off, but it looked like it was going to be his knee or his left calf or something like that he's holding there.
Well, it looks like he may just be a little bit ginger, but nothing serious, which is always good to see, but he will have to step back in the box.
Yeah, he would have given the Southern District fans a little bit of a scare as he's down that way this season after winning back-to-back Caps medals in Port Adelaide. The transfer over to Southern Districts this year is quite a catch for them, getting such a good player and talented player as Dylan Brammer is.
Yeah, big storyline throughout this state league. And currently full count, 3-2, 2 out, bases clear, and there is that payoff pitch. And no, it was.
I think the board had it wrong there. Yep. They thought the previous one was a ball when it was a foul ball. So now it's the full count pitch.
There we go. So second opportunity here. See if Brammer can work the walk on this. No, he's just going to foul this one back. Maintains at least one more pitch in this at bat, and currently doing a good job, Andrew Chesterton. Just hasn't quite been able to find that put away pitch yet, but is one pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Yeah, he's doing a good job filling up the strike zone and going after him. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Good approach against a leadoff hitter.
Well, flared towards center, ranging for it is going to be Travis, who will take it for the final out. So Wasps keep the Clippers in check, but they really need the bats to get going. Still searching for their first hit of the game. The question is, can their lineup get something going? Because they are heading back to the 1-2-3 top of the lineup. Travis, Lightbody, and Welsh. 3 hitters you definitely want up if you want to get something going.
Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of the 4th inning here. We do have one of the rules of the Super League is that it's a 7-inning game or 2 hours, so there is the possibility that you could run out of time before the 7 innings are up. And without a hit, you gotta start putting something together. And at this point, the top of the order is a good place. They've gone through the order without base runners, and the American import is going to want to make an impression here by getting everything started with a little single.
Well, to let you know also, with the rules of this Super League, if a game is tied at the 1 hour 40-minute mark, then you go straight into international rules with first and second being occupied. Of course, this is to maximise the chance of getting a result. No new innings after 1 hour and 50 minutes, and if we are still tied at the 2 hour mark, then it goes down as a draw. So definitely some pressure in those tight games to even force a result, whether it be a draw or not. But at least for right now, I think the Wasps are just trying to focus on getting someone on base.
Yeah, it's a little bit different in baseball. You know, they say there's no ties in baseball, and that it's the game of, you have to get the outs. There is no time limit. But
well, there is in Super League.
In Super League, there is. It's taken the spot of the midweek game of the SABL, and so some of the players are going to be used to the 2 hour limit, but some of the rules are still a little bit different that they will have to get used to.
Just creates enough variety, of course, for the baseball tragics here in South Australia. They would, go to those SABL games here on the Wednesday night, and now they've got something a little bit different to work with, seeing some new faces or new combinations of teams as well. So at least it just creates a little bit more buzz during those midweek games.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. I mean, all the games are down here at West Beach, so you know where to go Wednesday night. There's games all night. There's going to be 2 games. So if you can't come to the early one, come to the late one. If you can't come to the late one, come to the early one. It's going to be great baseball. You've got players that were drafted to teams, marquee players, rookies, young players mixed with old teammates against each other. We had brothers against each other in the first game, which was entertaining. So definitely great baseball to have on Wednesday nights here.
And Travis fouls that one off to keep himself alive with a 1-2 count. Hill so far doing a good job on the mound.
Yeah, he's filled up the strike zone in both innings. This is his 2nd inning of work, and he's definitely going right at these guys.
Another one that's just not going to quite have clean enough contact, and you can see Travis just knocking himself on the helmet there. He thought that was a good pitch to hit, just couldn't quite make contact.
Yeah, I think he just missed that one. I think that fastball didn't quite get up as high as he wanted, and got away with one there. He's probably going to try to avoid that, come down and in on him, probably a little slider, tight curve with it, and go that way.
Well, golf's this one. It is going to go foul yet again, so plenty of action happening down by the softball field. Still 1-2 count. Base is still clear here in the bottom of the 4th, leading it off for the Wasps. Travis, then light body in the on-deck circle. And fastball high and outside. Didn't miss by a whole lot. Probably made Travis just think about it a little bit, but again, didn't quite bite on that pitch.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. It's a good showcase pitch. He didn't want him to swing. He knew it wasn't going to be a strike. This is the one he wants him on.
Whew. And that one went far. Again, didn't quite have the direction, so that will go well into the car park. And of course, if you're familiar with this ballpark, you've got to park a long way away if you don't want any chance of your car getting hit.
Yeah, if you're parked in the parking lot, there is the possibility that a lefty could turn on something and give you a souvenir when you leave the ballpark.
So 2-2 count for Taylor Travis. And he just keeps staying alive, keeping himself in this very, very good at-bat. Just working that pitch count up, important as we continue throughout this ball game. Of course, as we mentioned, with the pitch counts playing a huge factor. The pitch count brought to you by Wojtek.
This is a really good at-bat by the American import. He's fouled off 4 balls. He's up to a 9-pitch at-bat here. He keeps working for something that he can handle here. He keeps spoiling the good pitches.
And there is a swing and a miss. So Hill will come out on top against Travis here in Travis's 2nd at-bat. And 1 out for the Wasps.
a hard fastball just on the outside corner that had a little tail. Travis couldn't quite catch up with it as it darted away from him. That was definitely what he was trying to do on that pitch.
So Mitch Lightbody flew out to left in his first at bat. Got another opportunity here with the righty-righty matchup. And again, nice little pitch there, missing down low. Doing a good job. Weber's done a good job calling this game so far. As we mentioned for the Wasps, they are still searching for their first hit of the game, as Lightbody again couldn't quite make solid contact, and now with currently a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Mitch will be, he's one of the Adelaide Bite hopefuls this year. He was a fan favorite a couple of years ago as a development player when he was on the roster for the home games, came in, stole some bases, did a lot of running. Last year he was away in the United States, played in Western Nebraska, the Cougars Community College. He had great numbers. He had 354 and 175 at-bats with a couple home runs, triple, doubles. So he put on a little bit muscle as he's gotten a little bit older, and he's looking to continue his career back here in Adelaide.
Yeah, it's been a good spark plug off the bench for the Adelaide Bite. Of course, now taking more of a starring role here for the Wasps, and currently in a 2-2 count. And he's going to take that one down low. Full count yet again for the Wasps. Can they capitalize?
Yeah, they got to start getting a break, you know, instead of trying to do too much.
Well, huge credit so far for these Clippers pitchers, as they have been able to keep this lineup neutralized. But they said something has got to go the Wasps' way at some point. When that will be and what sort of break it will be entirely dependent on Lightbody right now. Ground ball towards third, taken by Brammer, and it is going to be called foul.
Yeah, just kick foul right at the end. Brammer knew going to his right there it was going to be a tough play, and they're lucky that it didn't actually hit the bag there, just as it came out. Otherwise, it would have been the first hit for the Wasps, and as they're still looking for something to go their way and break their scoreless mark.
Well, speaking of, Brammer's moved to shortstop and probe it at third, so they have done some switching.
That's a good catch. I know. We missed a couple in the first game too. We got to find them as the players move around. So we'll let you know when we do find them. But for now, there's a deep fly ball to right field. Looks like it's going to be the first base runner.
Well, he's going to take extra bases, potentially going to take even more here, as Ridding is going to try and toss this one in, but Lightbody getting all the way to third, and there we go. The first hit for the Wasps, and it is a big one, as Mitch Lightbody gets his first hit of the game, and the first hit for the Wasps here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, he took that fastball and he drove it deep into right field. Ridding couldn't do much about that. It was hit over his head, and then it just kept tailing away from him. Lightbody was going to get a triple on that the whole way. Just once it hit the ground, he's got speed, and now the veteran Steph Welch needs to drive them in and get them within one.
Yeah, well, runner at third, one out. A good opportunity here for the Wasps with a veteran, as you say, in the Sheriff, Steph Welsh. Currently flew out to right field in his last at-bat. I'm pretty sure he would take that once again here in this second at-bat. Currently working with the 2-0 count is Connor Hill, now going to have to work from the stretch.
Yeah, the problem with pitching around Steph Welch is that you have another big lefty hitting behind him. So it's going to be pick your poison here for the young righty.
Yeah, behind him Austin Gallagher, who did pop out to third base in his last at-bat, but he did look dangerous, worked a lot of pitches, worked deep into the count, just couldn't quite capitalize. So potential here for the Wasps as they head through the middle of the order for the second time. And hit towards shortstop. Brammer going to be taking charge of this one just on the grass. And again, not a whole lot of movement by Lightbody for obvious reasons, but 2 out and a crucial out for the Clippers here in the bottom of the fourth.
Big out for Connor Hill there, getting the pop-up on the infield. Didn't give the Wasps the chance to at least get the sac fly and get within a run. Now they need a big 2-out hit. So he's got one more to go before he turns it over for his second inning, as there is action in the bullpen for the Clippers again.
Austin Gallagher, as we mentioned, popped out to third base, but did a very good job working the count in his first at-bat. We'll have to see if he's going to be aggressive here in his second, now having seen a couple of pitches, game speed.
Yeah, took an inside fastball there for a strike. Probably not something that he wanted to swing at. And see if he gets something else inside there.
0-1. Bit of a check swing, and that one going right into the third base dugout.
Yeah, heads up down in the dugout there, guys.
That's why you got to pay attention.
Big smiles from the coaching staff there as they flip the ball back in, knowing that was a close one.
Well, Gallagher in a quick 0-2 hole. Connor Hill trying to keep the scoreline spotless. He's just going to throw that one outside. And as you said, just a bit of a pitch here to set him up. We'll see light body at third. Can the Wasps get him home? And popped up towards third. Probert ranging in foul territory, and he did get it.
Nice catch up against the fence there by Probert, and that's 2 big outs by Connor Hill there, getting the two power lefties in Steph Welch and Austin Gallagher. So he earned his job tonight.
Yeah, has done a fantastic job for the Clippers as we get another look at the replay thanks to Black Chrome. Almost went over. They talk about this being a game of inches. Well, for the Wasps, it wasn't quite enough as they are still searching for their first run of the ball game. We're going to break. You're watching Super League Baseball.
Got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Welcome back to the Adelaide Shores Baseball Complex. Clippers and Wasps in the final game for this Wednesday night. As you can see on your screen, Clippers holding a 2-0 lead. This broadcast brought to you by Black Chrome and also Spacequake Sports. So special thank you to our sponsors for providing this coverage. Fraser Fife here with Rob Ushie. And in what we thought was going to be an offensive game, it has been the exact opposite, which you wouldn't expect anything less with the way that our broadcasts go here in South Australia. But who knows, maybe some more runs on the board as we get later on into this ball game.
Yeah, no, both these offenses were stacked with offensive players, and the pitchers have shown up to pitch tonight, and they've done their job, and they're the ones who are the stars so far.
And now Clippers getting ready to go yet again, as leading it off will be Dylan Redding. So Redding, Joyce and McArdle, barring any substitutions.
Redding looking to get off, getting his team going here, capitalize on a hit, hopefully make up for his previous at-bats when he went down swinging when they had guys on.
Yeah, got a good opportunity here with bases clear, but does take the strike. This is 0-2 with 2 strikeouts. The question is for Chesterton, who remains on the hill for the Wasps, can he make it a third? Here's that 0-2, not a whole lot to it.
Yeah, well, 0-2, you don't want to throw a pitch that is hittable, something guys can do damage on, but you do want a competitive pitch. You want something that at least the guy has to look at. That he knew right out of his hand wasn't going to be a strike.
Golfs this one towards center, ranging underneath it will be Travis, as he'll take it quite comfortably for the first out. At least for right now, heading back to the middle of this lineup with Joyce currently 0 for 1 with a walk, McArdle behind him 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout as well. But again, a lot of these guys, they have a reputation, and while they haven't exactly lived up to it so far in this game, you do not want to let it slip.
Yeah, it's a big inning for the youngster on the mound, Chesterton, who's new to Adelaide, against a bunch of powerful hitters.
Well, popped up towards second, potentially playable, is going to drift over towards first, and Gallagher will take it quite comfortably for the second out. So at least for the Clippers, they are being a little bit more aggressive here as the game wears on here in the top of the 5th, but a quick 2 outs.
Yeah, very good job by Chesterton, the newcomer. I mean, he's attacking hitters. He got lots of movement on his pitches, and he's getting a lot of pop-ups and easy fly balls today. It's nothing the Clippers have been able to do so far against what he's throwing up there.
Well, McArdle stepping in, lefty-lefty matchup, bases clear. And the first pitch just going to be outside. McArdle laying off that one, 1-0 count. And for McArdle, of course, over the course of the bite season, did struggle against lefty hitters and lefty pitchers, I should say. And the lefty-lefty matchup definitely favours that opposite matchup. But still is someone who can do damage. And I suppose with McArdle as well, he's definitely got the discipline to work with as well. He's someone who's not afraid to just get on base despite the power that he does have. And I think the Clippers would take this to try and extend the inning. And 2-0, ground ball towards short, takes a couple of bounces, and the throw over will be in time. So McArdle will go down just as easy as Ridding and Joyce, as that will retire the side. Well, they still hold a 2-0 lead heading into the bottom of the fifth, and at least for right now, I mean, the Clippers are holding a lead and they probably feel pretty confident about it, but the Wasps, as we said, they just have not found that gear to get anything going offensively, and really with Lightbody getting on third with one out, not able to drive him in, important that they could at least get something across the board. They need to get something going.
That could be, yeah, that could be the big turning point of this game if the score holds true here, because one out with Lightbody on third and the two big lefties in their lineup of Welch and Gallagher batting, and they don't get the run. It would have cut the lead in half at least, which sometimes you just need that one to break the seal, and then everything opens up after that. But looks like the Clippers have gone to another Adelaide bite favorite, and kind of a bit of a known commodity around Adelaide here in Tyler Chappie Chapel.
Well, yeah, we've seen him plenty of times throughout the course of the ABL season. If you were following the Adelaide Bite over the course of their ABL campaign, Tyler Chappell definitely came in for a lot of mop-up work, and in this case is trying to hold the lead for the Clippers against what will be the middle of the lineup here. Tyrone Hambley, Jackson Brebner, Russ, and Dennis Christensen will be the 5, 6, 7 due up for the Wasps.
Yeah, Chappell, a little bit of a slinger, sidearm thrower from the right-hand side. He can drop down a little bit lower. He's got a fastball, changeup, and he does have a slider that moves that he's worked on a little bit more in the offseason. But see, they're going to have to be aggressive. He generally is a strike thrower. They're going to have to go right at him. And it's going to start with the guy they call Bones.
Well, for Hambley, flew out to left field in his last at bat. All he took was one pitch. He did not want to wait around after Austin Gallagher ended up taking about 11 pitches in his first at bat. So we'll see what he can do here, whether he's going to be a little bit more disciplined or whether he's going to swing for the fences straight up against the new pitcher in Chappell. And we get our answer as he will take that first pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the Wasps are going to try to work things a little bit here, try to get themselves a base runner somehow.
They've got to get something going. Hambley swinging through for the strike. Quick 0-2 count.
There's that slider that Chappell's been working on that's got a little more movement than it did last year.
Yeah, he's got plenty of pitches to work with here. Decides to go down in the dirt and doesn't get the hitter to swing through, but Weber doing a nice job blocking that behind. And as I said, still got a bit to work with here, 1-2.
Yeah, a good 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Can't do any damage with it. Even get a guy to chase. Otherwise, it sets up something probably away here.
1-2, nice little check swing, keeps it from breaking the plane, evens it up at a 2-2, and Chappell, at least in those last couple of pitches, is aiming down low. Let's see what he's able to do here, needing one more strike. As he gets the sign from Weber. And there is the breaking pitch, looked to be pretty close. Weber thought that was strike 3, didn't get the call.
Well, Weber wanted that one. It looked close, but that inside corner has been very, very consistent from the umpire tonight. He hasn't given a lot of leeway on that. He's gone in the outside corner a little bit more.
3-2, that one's going to bounce to the plate, so Hambley able to work the walk, and that's exactly what the Wasps need to just get some base runners on and try and move guys around station to station.
Yeah, that was a professional at bat right there. went down 0-2 after a couple pitches, and then took some real tough pitches for balls and got himself a walk.
Well, for the Wasps, that is only the second base runner that they had on. Of course, the last was Lightbody with that triple. And we're going to get a second one here as Bremner Ross, taking no time at all, lines this one to left for a single, as they will move the runner up, the lead runner, 90 feet to second base, and they will hope to continue to move this on. But yeah, no waiting around after being a little bit patient that first at bat.
Yeah, now they got runners first and second, got a little something going. Let's look for probably maybe a pinch runner coming up here for second baseman Tyrone Hambley. They don't want to get caught too much. Nope, looks like pinch runner is going to be going in for Bremner Russ at first base there.
Okay, so some managerial games going on at the moment, as it will be Dennis Christensen, who did strike out in his last at bat. As you mentioned, a very tough strikeout, or very tough to strike him out over the course of his season, but has 0 for 1 at the moment with a strikeout.
Yeah, it looks like Brad Torkington from Golden Grove is going in to run. It looks like the reason is because Bremner Russ is going down to the bullpen. He's probably going to be coming in to pitch.
Well, showing bunt, going to be line, tries to dive. Chappell is going to get the lead runner at the very least on that in-between play. So they do get one out getting the lead runner, but potential there for a highlight play just not coming to fruition.
Yeah, it's a tough break for the Christensen there. They look like trying to play a little small ball, move runners over, but he got it up in the air, and then the athlete Chappell came in and tried to make the highlight play, was able to recover, and Hambley had no chance. He had to wait to see if the ball was caught. He had to freeze.
And now Torkington at second. Tom McGarry stepping in, flew out to right in his first at bat and takes the first pitch for a strike. Chappell doing a good job throwing strikes at the moment. Currently they've managed to hold the Wasps to 2 hits so far in this game. This is going to our scoreboard. Was it for the Clippers?
Yeah, they want to keep stuff going here, turn it over for the top of that order again. They need the 8-9 hitters to keep producing.
Yep. 3 hits for the Clippers, 2 for the Wasps, with that error being charged to them. But at the moment, I mean, we're almost at the 90-minute mark of this ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. So the Wasps running out of opportunities to get something across. It's probably one of the better opportunities I've had so far in this game. An 0-2 count for Chappell. Fastball turned inside, is going to go foul though. So had some good velocity, just couldn't quite find the inside of the line though.
Tried to get in on McGarry's hands there, left it out just a little bit. He was able to turn on it, but it was far enough inside that kept it foul. He's gonna have to get in there more if he wants to get him out or find somewhere else to go. Probably low and away might be the better option for him here.
Well, they're going to retry the 0-2, popped up. We're going to take a look at it, but it will go over the netting and foul for at least one more pitch in this at bat. What will the Wasps be able to do with runners on first and second will be the question. As McGarry in at the moment, Maple in the on-deck circle. And that one is going to get away from Weber, so the runners will at least advance 90 feet. So real potential here for the Wasps to finally get their first run across, not of only this game, but of the season.
Yeah, Chappell helps him out there by hooking it into the dirt a little bit. They tried to bunt him over, kind of failed with the pop-up, and now they're rewarded by the wild pitch. So he's gonna have to bear down and go at him here instead of him trying to pop up on the infield instead of a long fly ball.
One of the Wasps with potential here to tie this game at 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th. Still 2 strikes for Chappell. It just makes it a little bit easier for the Wasps if they can get some solid contact here. And Chappell gets the pitch that he likes. 2 strikes, line towards center. It is going to bounce in front of the center field. The 1 run will score. One of the runners will hold up at third, and the Wasps get their first run of the Super League season as they cut this deficit 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th, thanks to Tom McGarry with an absolute line shot to center.
Yeah, big single there, 1-2 by McGarry. He earned it by taking a tough pitch before that. Get a hard drive there. LeBlanc tried to hold up the runners by faking a catch, and they got the one run. If you notice, there's a runner in now for McGarry at first. The speed-up rules of the Super League that you run for the catcher. He's still in the game, but he's going to be just run for this time.
So Sean Maple, second baseman, is stepping in 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in this game. It was double play in play for the Clippers at the moment, but also potential for the Wasps to get another run across with that runner at third.
Yeah, Wasps will be looking for something at least hit to the outfield here from Maple to tie this game up.
He's going to hit this one the opposite way, but it is going to go foul again towards the batting cages in right. So far, Chappell with no strikeouts at the moment, but he has gotten into a lot of 2-strike counts. Just hasn't quite found that put-away pitch just yet. At least when he is missing down low, which is good. So 1-2 count. Runners on the corners. And a swing and a miss as Maple will not go down. So currently now even up at a 2-2 count. Apologise for the count. So now 2-2 count runners at the corners, and that one will miss outside. So full count here for Sean Maple.
It's a good take there by Maple. Started in and then tailed all the way out, but just up enough that he was going to offer at it.
Another payoff pitch. Ground ball back to Chappell. Throw to short. Brammer's going to get it in time. Throw to first. He's going to get under McArdle. So at least one run will score for the Wasps. And that's exactly what they need to tie this game up at 2 apiece. And a crucial mistake from the Clippers puts the Wasps right back in this game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough double play for Brammer to turn there. It was a one-hopper back to the pitcher, but Chappell threw it just wide, enough that the Brammer could catch it, but it was a hard turn, and Maple's got some speed getting down first base there that he had to make a tough throw, and just got under just a little short hop and under the first baseman's glove.
Now Travis stepping in as the lineup is going to turn back over to the top, and you feel right now, we're talking about the Wasps, just needed something to go their way. Well, this is exactly what they needed. They're now back in this one. Is 2 outs in this inning though, but a little bit more swagger, a little bit more confidence from this batting lineup.
Yeah, they got 2 outs, but you almost feel that Travis might find a gap here, and all of a sudden that 2-0 lead, when they looked like nothing was going right for them, could all of a sudden put them in the lead, and they just got all the momentum right now. And
well, 1-2 count on Taylor Travis. So far he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So potential here for Chappell to make it number 3. Working quickly, hits this one uppercut towards right field. Going to be taken out there and right by Ridding for the 3rd out. But the Wasps get 2 runs across to tie it up here as we head to the top of the 6th. And it gets interesting now. The Clippers, some pressure on them here as we head to the latter half of this ball game. We get another look at that run scoring thanks to the Black Chrome replay. You're watching Super League Baseball. We'll be back after the break.
Their specialised knowledge, ability to deliver and professionalism are keys to our successful relationship, a friendly and experienced team.
She got got two little horns and they give me a little bit.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Jackson Brebner-Russ on your screen. He will be pitching this game, or the rest of this game, for the Wasps, as it will be now Evan LeBlanc stepping in with Luke Rackerbrand in the on-deck circle, Sam McGarry behind him. But the Wasps have managed to pull this game back even 2-2, as LeBlanc will fly this one out towards right field, as it looks pretty playable and will be taken after a couple of steps by Christensen for the first out. So this game back tied, as we mentioned with this game. If we get to an hour 40 and we're still tied, it does go to international speed up rules, and then no new innings after an hour 50. So we do have a substitution for the Clippers as well.
It looks like Andrew Chapman's going to come in and hit for Rackerbrand as a second batter that Brebner-Russ is going to face.
All right, first pitch in for a strike, and Brebner-Russ, one of those players that goes all around the diamond really in relation to his pitching and hitting. He's definitely got a lot of positional versatility.
Yeah, we talked about his hitting earlier and said that he was an Adelaide Bite assignee for this season, but he's going to work mainly out of the bullpen for them. So he's definitely a two-way player in the Super League.
And considering all the substitutions that have to go on as well over the course of this season, definitely it's valuable to have a player who's able to pitch and hit, and also just shift all around the infield. So we saw him start off in left field, and now he can hopefully, for the Wasps, close out this game.
Yeah, we're gonna see guys like Brebner-Russ who can hit and pitch. As there's a big strikeout on an inside fastball, caught him looking. We're gonna see them towards the end, because another one of the rules of the Super League is once you do come in to pitch, you cannot go back out to the field to play somewhere else. You do have to come out of the game. So once he is done pitching, that will be the end of the night for Brebner. So that's probably why we'll see him more in the closer's role, the late end of the inning.
So now Sam McGarry stepping in, goes to be aggressive on the first pitch and just misses it. So far for him, 1 for 2. Has done a pretty solid job for this Clippers team. Now behind him, Dalton Probert, Griffin Weber, the young guns of this team. So he's been doing a decent job of getting on base and providing some solid defense at second. There's another one that's going to be lined right towards the Andrew Scott dugout, and a couple of players having to dive underneath the fence there.
That's the second one tonight that their own teammates have hit into there. They're going to be talking to each other, just wondering what the heck's going on here soon.
They might have to get some extra helmets. 0-2. Brebner-Russ gets the strikeout.
That's a big inning for Jackson, as their team just tied it up. He needed to shut it down and get to the next one, keep the momentum going, because they're going to want to try to put something up here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, important for them, as now the Clippers will have to try and regain the lead at this point. The Wasps, as you mentioned, a lot of momentum in their favour now as we're heading to the latter half of this ball game. But what they're able to do exactly is going to be the question as they head back towards the top half of this lineup. Mitch Lightbody, Steph Welsh and Austin Gallagher, the 2-3-4 that is due up for this lineup, of course barring any substitutions, but a dangerous part of this lineup that hasn't quite been able to produce. But the one thing they have been able to do is work the pitch count very effectively. Yeah, last inning Tyler Chappell was a little bit off the zone. They were able to take advantage of it. Tyrone Hambley started it off with a big walk and basically started that inning for them. Got some base runners, there's a single after, wild pitch, move him over, and now Tyler's got to work a little bit more this inning, because he's got good part of the lineup coming up. Mitch Lightbody with a triple to right field, nearly off the fence, and then Stephen Welch and Austin Gallagher, who are going to be tough outs on their own. Most definitely. Lightbody, of course, the hit of the game for the Wasps so far, and that triple definitely went off to the races on that hit, and now has another opportunity to try and get something similar going to start this bottom of the 6th. Let's see what they're able to do. Momentum is on their side at the moment. Can they capitalize? You just think about, with the Clippers, the opportunities that they missed early on in the ball game, potentially coming back here to play an important role, essentially.
Yeah, they were pretty much out of it the first 4 or 5 innings of this game. They had one base runner, 1 hit, nothing really much going for them. And then last inning started with a walk. Leadoff walks always come back to haunt you. And it did last inning for the Clippers. So right now the Wasps are the ones with all the momentum, and they got to keep it going if they want to try to win this game before we get into the international rules you alluded to earlier.
Yeah, so at the 102-minute mark of this ball game, it's not often you see a clock on a baseball scorecard, as that will be lined directly into center field. So, man, Mitch Lightbody getting it started off right here for the Wasps.
Yeah, that can be a dangerous base runner for the Clippers to have out there. Mitch might be maybe do a little hit and run, stealing bases here. You got the power of Welch and Gallagher coming up. Pitcher's going to have to pay a little bit of attention to both, and that's what generally gives a hitter the opportunity to drive something deep.
Well, Welsh so far showing bunt, able to pull it back in time, but so far for him, fly to right field, pop, fly to shortstop in his 2 at-bats.
You know the Wasps are looking to take this game serious when you got the Sheriff looking to lay one down as a sacrifice. Ultimate team guy.
And that one's going to get away from the catcher, Weber. He's just going to have to let this one roll almost to the backstop. Lightbody, of course, off towards second and gets there quite comfortably. So that moves the runner up 90 feet. And now it looks like we're going to have a meeting out here on the mound in an important spot here for the Clippers.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking to see if the bullpen's ready to go here. Chappell struggled a little bit last inning. This inning started off with a single, and then 2 pitches that were really not really even competitive. The second one in the dirt and back to the backstop moves them over. When you got a couple hitters coming up here that can do some damage, you might want to look to see what's next and what's ready if the manager's not really sold on what. Nope, looks like we're going to see. No, not the intentional walk yet.
Not yet, but the question will be with Chappell out there, how much rope does he have? There's Welsh, hard hit ball towards the first base coach, and luckily enough, everyone paying attention. So again, no damage being done. And we've got a couple of hot shots towards each dugout, so everyone having to pay attention. And Welsh currently with a 2-1 count at the moment. Lightbody at second, as we've mentioned, does have wheels to spare.
Yeah, you got to figure any hit to the outfield is going to score him.
We're going to grab this one down low as Welsh now working into a good hitters count, 3-1. We'll have to see what he's able to do here. He's in the driver's seat. Chappell just missing location with the last couple of pitches. Will Welsh take the pitch, or will he go green light? And he'll take that one for a strike. So full count here for Welsh.
Good pitch there by Chappell, just on the outside corner. Welsh didn't want it. It's not something he was looking to hit, and not something he was going to be able to drive.
And there is a swing and a miss from Steph Welsh in a crucial at-bat there, and you can tell not happy with himself on that one, but a very important out for the Clippers as we get another look on the replay thanks to Blackcroft.
Big pitch there by Tyler Chappell. Big curveball there to get himself his first out. Now it looks like they're going to set up intentionally walk Austin Gallagher. He's used to this. He got 11 of them in the playoffs in Germany this past season. He's used to the intentional walk. Chappell rewards himself, and now they're going to go to the bullpen here.
Yeah, we saw with Austin Gallagher, we've seen him now with the intentional base on balls. Dylan Brammer got one earlier, which ended up not hurting his team.
Well, speaking of Dylan Brammer, it looks like that's who we're going to here. He was taken out of shortstop so he could warm up. And now the back-to-back Caps medal winner is going to be taking the mound, looking to close things down to set them up for hopefully winning in the 7th inning is what the Clippers management's thinking here.
Well, you're taking out Brammer as someone who is defensively very, very good. Started out at third base, ended up playing at shortstop, and now is doing the job on the hill. So pitching change thanks to Wojtek But it'll be interesting. They're taking away that defensive wherewithal and now putting it on the hill. And we know Brammer, as you mentioned at the start of the broadcast, dual caps medalist. So he is definitely someone to keep an eye out for, and now has the potential to really start impacting this game on the other side of things.
Yeah, last year here in the SABL with Port Adelaide, he was 9-2 with a 1.18 with a save, 84 innings, 104 strikeouts against 26 walks only. You know he's going to come in and throw strikes. This past North American winter here, he was with the New Jersey Jackals of the Can-Am League as a starting pitcher, 9-8 with a respectable 4.99 ERA and 113 innings. Again, a hit per inning and 93 strikeouts. So even at the professional level, he goes in and he strikes batters out. So he's going to be coming in looking for a strikeout against Tyrone Hambley here. So
I've just been handed some important news by our very own Eric Belmar, who says that ultimately the cutoff is at 10:22. So if the Wasps can score a run by that point, this game is over. And it is 10:18 right now, so that gives you the urgency of this game and of this scoring opportunity. If Light Body scores and we can make it to 10:22, that's all she wrote.
Well, if Family can get a hit here, you know the Wasps are going to be doing what they can probably to slow things down. You may see someone need to tie their shoe or a pinch runner situation just to slow it down to get it to that 10:22 mark.
Well, they've still got to get the runner across home plate, but it just gives it a little bit further of a dimension in this game. The first pitch to Hambley going to be down low, and was able to work the walk in his last at bat.
Yeah, Hambley's the one who started last inning by earning that, being down 0-2 and then coming back and getting a walk against Chapel last inning.
So 1-0. Hard hit up the middle. Is it going to get past second? Not quite. Ball's going to get away. Light Body thinking about it. Going to hold up. So runners at the corners on a ball that almost got past the infield, but thanks to a beautiful stop at second base, that was able to stop everything and really stop the Wasps from capitalizing. As we get another look there, McGarry just able to keep that one in the infield.
Yeah, that ball looked like it was going up the middle the entire way, and McGarry came out of nowhere, make a diving stop just to keep it on the infield to give his team a chance here.
And now an opportunity for the Wasps. Can they capitalize? That's going to be the question. It looks like we also have a new hitter in for the Wasps.
This would be the runner, Torkington, when he came in earlier. He's now in Bremner Russ's spot. When he came out to go to the bullpen to pitch, he's out of the game as a hitter, but he was still in as a pitcher. Ooh. That's one of those ones that, as your team might say, stand in there. It's a run, but your reactions are like, that's at my knee. There's no way.
So bases loaded, 2-1 out for Torkington, tied 2-2. Game will be over in just about 2 minutes if the Wasps can score a run. As that one is just going to be fouled back to the netting.
Good swing on a fastball just on the outside corner there. He just missed it, fouled it straight back. When you're looking for something like that again, Brammer's going to bury something here in the dirt here, try to get him to swing and miss.
Well, Brammer definitely has some velocity. He needs one more strike here. And there is going to be a swing and a miss as Torkington goes down in a crucial at-bat. As Brammer 1 out away from keeping this game tied at 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 6th. So it is going to be up for Dennis Christensen.
It's probably a good matchup for the Wasps. Dennis Christensen's a very good hitter. He's a contact hitter. He doesn't strike out a lot, puts the ball in play.
Well, he's going to be aggressive here on the first pitch. Swings through, 0-1 count. You mentioned tough to strike out. Does have one so far in this game, but he needs to make contact here. Runners on every single base. Well, at least for right now, Brammer evens it up. 1-1 count. Light body at third, Gallagher at second, and Tyrone Hambley at first. And there is the 1-1 pitch and swings through yet again. So considering the Wasps had a lot of trouble getting something going in the early part of this ball game, now potentially one good hit away from sending this one to the record books. So 1-2, 2 out, bases loaded. And popped up towards the infield. Brammer going to be taking charge of this one, and he gets it for the final out of the inning. And the Wasps just could not capitalize here in the bottom of the 6th. If they got that across, the game is over.
Yeah, they've had a few opportunities all game to capitalize with runners on base with some of their big hitters up, and just haven't been able to push them across. It could end up being the difference here if we end up going to international, if we end up tied, because you did mention earlier that there is the possibility of ties in the Super League.
Yep, no new innings after an hour 50, but we will be heading to a new inning, so we are going to take a break as we look at the replay. You're watching Super League, thanks to Space Coke Sports.
Got 2 little horns and they give me a little bit.
Welcome back to Bennett Field as we are tied 2-2 here in game number 2 of this Super League season. Clippers and Wasps, as the Wasps had a chance to end it in the previous inning, but now things get a little bit more interesting as the international speed-up rules come into effect. So runners on first and second with none out to start this inning. If no score is made by either of these teams at the end of this inning, then it does go down as a tie. So crucial for both these teams to capitalize on this opportunity to potentially go home as the winners.
Looks like Bremner Russ is going to be out there for his second inning. He's going to try to keep these guys where they are. You do have a couple young runners out there. You got Jack Dawson from Sturt on at second base, and Declan Steele of Henley and Grange. So a couple guys who have very limited experience in Division I or high-level baseball on the bases. That could possibly be a factor if they look to bunt and something's popped in the air, or if a guy freezes or doesn't really have it. So we'll see if that plays into it a little bit here.
Well, Dalton Probert coming in to lead off this inning has the opportunity to get the Clippers started off right, as the double to left, the fly out to right, going up against Brebner Russ. And he's going to show bunt. Of course, infield playing in corners, and that one's going to hit him, so he's going to get on at first base, and now bases loaded for the Clippers, none out. So this is going to be very interesting for the Wasps, immediately getting themselves into hot water.
Yeah, it's not what you want to do as a pitcher. If the guy squares around, you want him to get it up in the zone to try to get him to pop it up instead of putting it down, but he tailed off on him and got inside. Looks like Coach Chenoweth came out to talk to the home plate umpires. He's going to get a little consensus from them to see if he squared around. Rules are if he squares around and makes an attempt to bunt and gets hit, then it is a foul ball and strike one as opposed to a hit by pitch. But the umpires have agreed, no, he made no attempt, so it's the hit by pitch.
Yeah, pretty short meeting, as now it would be up to Griffin Weber. Could potentially play the hero for the Clippers here with bases loaded, none out, in the top of the 7th inning. And that one's going to be called foul pretty strongly by the home plate umpire, as the runners were looking towards each respective base, but luckily enough they don't have to force the issue.
Yeah, it looks like the Wasps brought the infield in here. Our corners are very close in. Light body and Maple up the middle are in. They're going to take the out at home if they can.
And with that infield in, anything hard hit through the infield has the potential to score multiple runs. Nice breaking pitch by Brebner Russ, goes in for another strike. So Weber now in a quick 0-2 hole.
Yeah, Younghunter was a little put off by the slow curveball that came in after something hard. So it has him set up here. He can go either way.
Oh, Brebner Russ. He's behind the 8 ball now, but potentially a pitch away from just making his job that little bit easier. Weber doing a good job fouling it back to stay alive for at least one more pitch.
Yeah, I alluded earlier. I mean, Weber does have limited time in Div 1, but he hit over 400 in there. So the kid can swing a bat, so he's not going to be intimidated here.
Well, 0-2. And there is going to be a swing and a miss. So Brebner Russ wins the battle, but still has to go a little bit further to keep this one tied. It's going to be important as now the Clippers lineup going to turn back over for him.
Yeah, it's a big strikeout there by Brebner Russ. He was looking for something to get the out with any advancement on the bases. He'll be looking for the ground ball here. The infield's moved back up the middle. Be looking to turn it.
Well, first pitch going to be in for a ball, 1-0 count.
Looks like we've got Daniel Chapman up there now for the Clippers. He went in an inning ago in the outfield as a defensive substitution.
There we go. Swing and a miss. Evens up the count, 1-1.
Chapman's from West Torrens. Last year he hit 262 and 42 at bats with the team. So he can swing the bat a little bit here. Infield knows they got a little bit of time on a double play, but they'll be looking to get at least one out for sure at home if they can.
Well, Chapman takes the strike. But right now, 1-2 count, 1 out. Bases loaded for the Clippers. Can they capitalize?
Gonna have to expand his strike zone a little bit there. He didn't like that one, but it was beautifully placed on the inner half of the plate there.
So pressure on Brebner Russ. There is the pitch, going to be inside, maybe just a little bit low as well. Evens up the count, 2-2.
Yeah, I tried to go back in with the same pitch there, just went in a little too far. Maybe hoping for a swing, jam shot, but got in there, and now he'll probably look for something up and away or low and away.
So still evens it up, 2-2 count. Brebner Russ working from the stretch, ground ball towards second, going to be crucial, a bit of a fumble, toss over to first, we'll get 1 out. But with that, a run will score for the Clippers. And now make it a 3-2 ball game as we get another look here. You know, not exactly pretty, but Chapman will take it as they now take the lead here in this game 1 of their of the Super League season.
Yeah, it's a tough play for Brebner Russ. Got the ground ball he wanted. They had the time to turn the double play. He just had to come up clean. The second baseman's not going to be charged with an error on that because he still got the out. But you know he's feeling like he let them down with that.
Yeah, unfortunate for Sean Maple there, but still they do have the chance to just get something going here. Of course, Clippers, they want to continue to add on. Brebner Russ only 1 out away from ending this.
Yeah, you can't quit on this because when they take the inning next, they're going to have first and second and nobody out. So if you can hold them to 1 run, that's going to be a big save because you generally can score 1 within the international rules of first and second and no out.
So 1-1 count, 2 out. Brebner Russ is taking a little bit of time here. Ridding getting set up. Oh, and goes for almost a check swing there, but does swing through. 1-2 count.
Yeah, been a little bit of a rough night for the young kid at the bat today. Hit over 400 last year and over 100 at bats in the SABL. So very strong hitter, but sometimes you just don't have those nights. The pitchers have your number, and he's been swinging at that slider away all night long.
Well, 1-2 count, 2 out. Runners at second and third, so potential here for the Clippers to continue to add on. And there is the swing and a miss as Ridding goes down. 3rd strikeout of the night for him. but they do hold the lead. 3-2 heading into the bottom of the 7th. The question is, the Wasps have come back once. Can they do it a second time? Or will the Clippers be taking 3 points here in the first game of their Super League seasons? We'll just have to wait until this bottom half of the inning, as we do have Dylan Brammer still on the hill for the Clippers. So special thanks to all of our sponsors for this broadcast, Spacequake Sports, Black Chrome. We also have the Wojtek pitch count, which has been very, very important, at least mentally counting through all these pitches. So special thank you to them for putting their effort into this broadcast as well. The question will be for the Wasps, can they get something going?
And Brummer's got going to have some work ahead of him here. International rules, they get first and second, nobody out. They're up by a run, so he's got that to play with, but it is easy to score 1 or 2 when you got the international rules set in place.
Well, at least scheduled to come up, you've got Tom McGarry, Sean Maple in the lineup. We'll turn back over to Taylor Travis. In that lineup, McGarry does have a hit. Other than that, that is all. So a good player to have up to start this bottom of the 7th, but they really need this part of the lineup to just start producing. Otherwise, they're going home with no points.
We do have a defensive change in left field. Young Jack Dawson is going to go in for Terrell Joyce. Terrell looks like he's moving over to third base here. A little more mobility in the outfield. Terrell in the finals in Czech had a little scary injury at first base, colliding with the first baseman, had to get his knee MRI'd and looked at, so he's still a little bit ginger. So a little more mobility in the outfield, but you can definitely still play third base and pick him with some of the better third basemen out there.
Yeah, it's important just to have an outfield that's just going to be able to get that extra inch, just because it's going to be so important, especially with these speed-up rules coming into effect. They've just got to hold a 1-run lead, and I mean, they've got Dylan Brammer out there. You wouldn't want anyone else out there to try and hold this 1-run lead, but still easier said than done.
So they start with first and second, nobody out. In the Wasps, but Tom McGarry up there. It's kind of a little bit of an interesting thought, because a lot of managers will look at bunting, move him over to, then you only need the sacrifice fly or a hard ground ball to score the run. But Thompson very hot today. He had a deep fly ball to center field, and then he had a big RBI single last time he was out.
Oh, let's see what it's going to be showing here in this at-bat. Does show bunt, pulls back, runner off towards third, no one covering, and the runners will move up. No one's paying attention at second, so both runners are going to move up. And a crucial mental lapse there from the Clippers, just allowing things to be a little bit easier for the Wasps here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, you'll get that with, I think, in the Super League in the first few weeks, as teams that don't play together, players that are a little known to each other. In a game situation, a team will know sort of who to cover which base, and that probably wouldn't have happened. But unfortunate for the Clippers that it was a bad time. And now with that, McGarry gets the intentional pass, so he goes to first to load them up and nobody out, with almost the same situation as last inning, with the infield in, and they'll be looking to try to get more than just the one to tie it here.
Well, now Sean Maple, who couldn't quite turn that double play last time, now a chance for a bit of redemption here with the bases loaded, none out.
Yeah, this is some of the stuff you absolutely love about baseball, is the opportunity to redeem yourself for your teammates. And all it takes is just a fly ball, hard ground ball, and everything that he maybe went through emotionally last inning just disappears, because it's just elation instead.
Well, potential here. They are a run down, but with the international speed-up rules, just makes things that a little bit more interesting. So the question is, can Maple capitalize? As Brammer gets the sign, quick look towards second. A pitch that's almost going to get away from Weber, but doesn't go too far. Brammer paying attention, going to cover home just in case something happened.
You may have had flashbacks from this past Sunday when Henley and Grange played South. There was a wild pitch from Brammer in a late inning that put Henley and Grange ahead 2-1, where ended up being the winning run for them.
So infield playing in. Going to try and stop that run. Weber doing a good job just with that pitch down low, making sure it wasn't going to get away from him.
That's an excellent take there by Maple. It's a tough, hard inside pitch there. You're not going to do anything with the bat, so very good recognition being at the ball.
Still 2-2. That one's going to be inside, and now works the full count. So plenty of full counts over the course of this game, but I'd say none more crucial than right now. Brammer needs a strike. Maple would be very happy with a walk if he can get it. So payoff pitch. And there is the swing and a miss. Crucial strikeout from Dylan Brammer. As now with 1 out, bases clear, a double play would end it, as the lineup is going to turn back over to the top, as it will be Taylor Travis, who is currently hitless in the game, but what better time than now to get your first hit of the season?
Well, you know he's going to be able to handle the velocity. He played at a Division I school in the United States where every pitcher there throws in probably high 80s, 90s. So he's seen velocity and he's seen movement that Brammer's going to have.
Right, as we are in the crucial moment of this game, 3-2 in favour of the Clippers. As you mentioned, if they do take this game, then 3 points. If it does end up being a draw, then 1 point for both teams. And of course, the loser gets nothing. As Travis just missing that one yet again. So 0-2 count for him. Going to have to work his way out of this hole. As you mentioned, Brammer with that velocity. Travis has seen pitches like this with this sort of skill set, but it is easier said than done to try and catch up to, a mid-80s, mid-90s fastball. So we'll see what he's able to do here now, having to do a bit of guesswork here, 0-2. But bases loaded. Brammer look towards second. Another one that's going to be fouled yet again.
Tried to change his timing a little bit there with a little extra turn, slow things down, maybe get the batter off his front foot instead. But if this is what Wednesday Super League Baseball is going to be every week, how could you not be here? This is an exciting game.
Most definitely. 0-2 count for Travis. One more opportunity to get something across in this at-bat.
Keeps battling and battling with these 0-2 pitches. He's going to have to put one in play here, or it's going to come down to light body.
Everyone taking a deep breath in, and there's going to be a swing and a miss. So Travis goes down on the strikeout, his third of the night, and it looks like it's going to come down to Mitch Lightbody. Who else over the course of this game? He's been pretty clutch, and well, he'll just have to do it one more time.
That's what the Clippers had it going for them when they ended up with the bases loaded and nobody out, is that Dylan Brammer's a strikeout pitcher. He's got huge strikeout numbers in Australia and back home in North America, and he got the guys on, and he's come back with back-to-back strikeouts and has given his team a chance to win here. He just needs one more out.
It's a Lightbody, 2 for 3, has a triple, has a single, and has been the offensive cog for this Wasps team, and has the opportunity here now, working with a 1-0 count, to potentially send them home as victors. Hard hit ball, it's going to get over the second baseman's head into right field. 1 run will score, so this will tie this game. At the very least, the Wasps won't go home as losers. But Mitch Lightbody with a crucial single there to tie this game.
What a game for a kid right back in Adelaide after going to the States last year to play some college baseball. Comes back to the Super League, and he has a great, outstanding night. 3 hits today, just tied the game and set it up for Stephen Welsh, the veteran, the sheriff, to get a single or something to try to give his team the victory.
Well, speaking of who else situations, Steph Welsh coming up to potentially win the game with bases loaded. He hasn't exactly had the night that he would want. Currently he is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, but he's definitely got a body of work with which to draw from. So it's going to be the question of, can Brammer keep this game tied? Potentially both teams going home with a point apiece, but he gets it over for a strike, so a quick 0-2 count. Considering how this game started, the fact that both these teams have ended up at this point, mighty surprising.
Yeah, we expected offense and lots of hits, and it ended up being, we expect an exciting game because of the offense, and we expected them to be hitting the ball around the ballpark, but it ended up being a little bit of a small ball game, but still definitely exciting when it comes down to the last inning. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Well, 0-2 count against Brammer. A bit of a check swing and appeal at third. Well, second technically, but no swing. Welsh will stay alive at the very least. With these runners on, anything that gets through the infield could potentially send the Wasps home as winners. And there is the 1-2 again, a hard hit ball towards second, not going to be a clean pickup. Is there going to be a throw in time? No play at first, and the Wasps have taken this game against the Clippers. They will start this season 1-0, come from behind victory.
Walk-off single, infield single by Steph Welch, using the wheels this time to get down the line. It was a great play by the second baseman there, the Clippers, to knock it down to give them a chance, but just didn't quite be able to find it because it rolled a little far away from them, and that was an exciting way to start the league.
Yeah, if that's what every game is going to be like, then you better get down here every Wednesday, because as you said, we thought it was going to be offensively minded, but really it came down to some crucial situations, and as you can see on your screen there, thanks to Black Chrome, just McGarry could not quite get there in time. Well, showing the wheels down the first base line, and that was all she wrote. So they will go home happy tonight. For the Clippers, ultimately, it comes down to some missed opportunities and what could have been.
Yeah, both teams had opportunities, but the Clippers, I think, had them early. They could have, when the Wasps were struggling, they didn't have a base runner for the first 4 innings, and the Clippers had an opportunity to tack some runs on and just kind of almost put a team away. And tonight they didn't do it, but like we thought at the beginning of the game, both these teams have very good lineups, and as they get to play a little bit together, a little more, learn with each other and stuff, the defense will get a little tighter on that one missed play, and they'll be pretty good. They showed today that that they can play baseball.
Most definitely. So as we mentioned, Wasps will go to 1-0 on the season. Clippers will fall to 0-1, as they will both get a chance to, well, I suppose for the Clippers, redeem themselves, for the Wasps to be able to continue their run of form, as looking towards next week in the schedule, which I will bring up for you shortly. Next week we do have the Crushers versus the Clippers at 6 p.m. and the Carp versus the Wasps at 8:30. So if you're interested, get down here. But with that, that is the end of this broadcast. I would like to thank Rob Ashi for joining me. Rob, you were here for both games. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here for the broadcast, and what a fantastic way to start this season.
Yeah, thank you. It was definitely something really good to see the Super League back in action, and it was a great opening night, so you definitely need to come down and check out some baseball, because these games are going to get even better, and tonight was a phenomenal start.
Well, with that, my name has been Fraser Fife. You have been watching the Super League Baseball, thanks to Voitech, Black Chrome and Spacequake Sports. We'll catch you next week.